All right, so I'm gonna do a video here.
Yep.
Update for the sustainable gardening. And been out of the loop for a while. Been trying to figure out how to transfer videos because it shut my phone down. So here, we've got March, is it March, what, 8th today?
I think so.
March 8th.
Yeah.
And here's the rain collector, and we got a little bit of rain, as you can see. So I'm gonna have to clean this out. And then here is our soil, which pretty soon I'm gonna have to get this all ready to go. Once I get all of the soil, I'm probably gonna add some new soil, and then I'm gonna take a little bit of what I've got produced from over here from the compost. And that stuff is looking, I need to circulate that. But the other thing is I did, and I probably should do a little bit more today, put a little bit of these leaves in there. So I filled this up. And I've got some other things I can fill in here. And this may take a little bit, I might have put a little bit too much because I may take this after the end of this month and put it into the compost over there. And that's going to produce some good soil. And I'm going to mix that with some brand new. And then we'll be ready to roll. And this is going to probably happen in April. And then I've got to get my totes ready. Which these two I've got to clean. And they got a little bit of water in them. But these two are full. So I could run the system off of these two. And that's what I'm probably going to do first, is run it off these two. And then take whatever water's in these two, pump them into these, and clean them out. We've got to clean these two out because we did clean those. And then we can start filling this again. So all the rainwater that I collect is going to end up going back into, it's going to be collected there. Then it goes from there, right here, this hose is connected underground to that and the other filler there. And then I just connect it to this pump here. And then from this pump, I connect it to the totes. And that's where we're going to be collecting water once I get water collecting again.
That's a fully sustainable water reclamation system, ain't it?
Yes, you got it.
And so that idea came to you. That's from Papa, right? He had that set up in his yard.
No, but he would have loved this.
Yeah, he would have.
He would have told. It was kind of what happened was when this was built, we had to figure out how we were going to, this is me and James, what we're going to do with the water.
Right.
Because automatically you've got rainwater. And so I just said, you know what? Why don't I just collect it in a barrel and I can use it for the garden?
Yeah.
Because the water bill was going up, right?
No kidding.
And so James, being the master he is at figuring out stuff.
Yeah.
He literally came up with this. We first got this. And then he's like, that's not going to be enough to do anything. Right. We need big containers. And I knew about these totes.
Yeah.
Because I knew a guy who had access. And I contacted the guy, and he actually has a business. And he sells them. But they're not cheap. They're like $200, $250 a piece. So and they have to have like all the valves and stuff on them and drain valves.
Right.
So I got them. I bought like 2 of those. And then I ended up buying these 2 later on. I just found this other lady who was selling them online. And so we figured that 4 has been working.
Okay.
So basically, the whole idea is that we use rainwater for these garden beds. And we have actually been able to do that.
How much water do you think you're saving annually? by using those totes instead of just pouring it out of your faucet?
Well, the city, so I'm saving at least 2,000
$2,000 a month, you think? Or a
money.
year?
I thought you were saying
Annual-
gallons.
Annually. Gallons.
It's probably about 2,400 gallons.
Okay.
But how much money am I saving per month during that time? It's probably ends up being, I'm going to say about, the range is from 75 to 120.
Not too bad, eh?
So it's not.
I think it's a worthwhile investment for those $200 totes.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of, it's a long time payoff.
Right.
But that's really what it is it's basically you're switching the watering from a source that doesn't cost you anything eventually, you know, because that's the whole idea is this actually continues to sustainably, you get free water.
Well, not only the price of it, right, but to just save the water that is being used within our own system. Instead, we're using from the sky instead of, you know, what they're feeding us from the hoses. With AI and everything advancing these days, we probably need a lot more water reclamation systems running around, you know?
Right. That's exactly a good point, is that it's a source that you can at least tap into, and it's not going to be metered and charged for it.
Exactly.
And I guess that's what I'm trying to accomplish here, is a source that I can tap into and not have to
Rely on somebody else to supply your water for your food.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, so, you know, I could go gangbuster and get more of those totes, and what I'm thinking about doing is then switch all of my watering like to my grass, doing the same thing.
Right.
And I've gotten rid of the front yard as well, which
do you think it's feasible if you were to have a larger system rolling and maybe some larger totes, especially living here in Oregon with the rainfall, somehow adding a filtration system to then run your house off that water?
possibly I would maybe the gray water,
Yeah.
but I think that if I knock out all of this watering, that's enough to save a lot off the water, because in the winter, my water bill is nothing.
Yeah.
It's like $35.
Right.
In the summer, it's like it jacks it up to about 125.
Got it.
So that's where I was looking at. That's really what motivated me. So anyway, we got 7 minutes of content. I'm going to go ahead and end it for today.
Oh.
But great questions. This is my nephew, and he's helped me out with how to fix the problem with making these videos and not bogging my phone down. So that's going to conclude today's